Frenzy, my name is Kate Shark, and welcome back to Rosewater. Okay, first of all, yes, I know, these aren't my normal glasses. They're not even glasses at all. I think they're sunglasses. Anyway, they're antiques. I bought them because my wife and I are planning on going to the Renaissance Fair later this year, and I thought these would look cool in my costume. And they're pretty fucking cool. I gotta get used to these things here on the side, because normally my sunglasses or glasses don't have that. Although, I think they make me look a little bit like Alucard from Helsing, which I'll take. But that's all. Anyway, I was just fucking around with them, so that's better. Okay. Anywho, now I can actually see. Now, so let's see. We're back in Rosewater here, or we're at Rosewater, the game, anywho. And we are doing what? We're at the cult, right? We're here for the cult stuff. Welcome to Chrysalis. Oh boy. Oh wait, that's why there were butterflies on the...
Certainly colorful.
Here's your rainbow because you gained stuff.
Suppose that's where the animals are kept. They have an automated irrigation system. Pretty ingenious.
Oh, should it be giving off that much smoke?
Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer.
What's over here? Oh. Oh god, what is this shit?
Excuse me?
Ah, hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Legere.
My name is Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well,
Impressive.
mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join up with these folks?
Well, like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended.
Oh, Christ.
Of course, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Ah, don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the wax anatomical models and the medical marvels exhibit.
Excuse me.
But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
The disaster that killed all those folk?
Please. That's what the ignorant and unenlightened call it. Emissary Paul helped me to understand. Evocator Bennett showed the world the transcendence phenomenon. It wasn't a disaster. It was a miracle. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
Jeez.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear.
Oh,
He
shit.
transcended.
Again, you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
Oh,
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Legere, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
Okay, so you're in a cult. Call your dad.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least.
What's with this?
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Hey now, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
What's so special about this place that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Why don't you just
so
preserve
you're the
the
ones
lab?
Who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
Forbidden.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy. So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try, but not on my watch.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No, nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with.
And why are you
I've
here?
no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
Do you know any details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
Excuse me.
I've underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Okie dokie. Oh my. Oh, look at the butterfly garden. How pretty.
Something about that makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, that's weird.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers. A reliable water supply is everything out here.
It's everything everywhere. It's kind of what humans need, is water, so we can grow.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today, on the 8-month anniversary? Because 1 is nothing special. 1 is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called
hush.
Evocator Bennett up to join them in the luminiferous ether. In so doing, they showed us the path of light. Where
Winnie, be
soon
quiet.
we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
Okay.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah, you want to go right now?
Yeah.
Yes, let's head over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
I was about to say, I might ricochet and do something. Scratch me.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
I hope it was worth the trouble then.
That was good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
Well, the dial thing I can use on that, so that'll be good. Where's... Yep. Bingo.
Phil, you might wanna... Move. Are you all right?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open. I can't see through.
It's gotta be that.
No handle. Looks like it's connected to the...
And that wire...
Console goes here, but that... I did 9207. There's a wrench, but I don't know what that's gonna do with anything. Exit, okay. So that did nothing. Let me check one more thing if he's gonna follow me.
There's more than one way to get a box open.
Let's talk to him
Hey,
real
Phil?
fast.
What about...
Any ideas what the code for the door might be?
It could be anything. Are you intending to guess it?
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't see any other way.
Santa Maria. That could take months. If what is behind that door is so important, then the code itself must be something meaningful to Clark. Maybe you can deduce it by learning more about him. I am certain those payasos at the commune will have plenty to share.
A bunch of Clark's things are collected at the commune, but one of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you seeking a distraction?
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens I do. I have had a look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme. What would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Plunger?
Well, I'll consider it.
Okay.
Right. Carry on.
Okay. So we need something for the door here.
I will stay in here.
That's weird.
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent. All right then.
Why couldn't I see that before? Okay, that's weird. That's weird you can't go back to Rosewater. Okie dokie. I'll take some fertilizer.
This had better work, Phil.
Okay. Guess we'll talk to these people.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
Thanks, but I was hoping to have a word with Jake in private.
Of course.
What's on your mind?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
I think I found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Well, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
The very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
I got a theoretical question for you.
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly, if you get my meaning. Not something one forgets easily.
Right. I'll just leave you to it then.
I got it. See if we can talk to her at all. Or did I?
Begging your pardon.
How may I?
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
Must have kept you busy for a while.
Quite. There's still so much I'm looking forward to doing.
How did you end up here in Chrysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We founded Chrysalis here, close to the Evocator's laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The Veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether, the realm of the cosmos, home of the luminous ones. The barrier is very thin here. Can't you feel it?
There's definitely something in the air. I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
Sacred number? What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the Evocator's writings, and Bennett himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Huh.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
What's the meaning behind those shadow paintings?
We commemorate those who have transcended. and those who will.
Hence the butterflies?
Very astute. Yes, the butterfly represents the immortal soul, the essence of a person in their fullest flourishing. The butterfly is pure potential, contained within those who have not yet transcended. Once someone has passed into the ether, it is released and flies free.
Why, that's mighty poetical.
I can see that you have quite a bold, brilliant butterfly stirring within you.
You don't say. You see that, do you?
If you permit me, it would be my honor to paint it. Only if you're willing, of course. Everyone's journey to transcendent readiness is unique.
Perhaps you could tell me more about it once Harley's done talking.
With pleasure.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Hate him.
Some people can have that effect. Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The
He's
beings
dead.
on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Yep.
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
I will.
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
So I'm gonna try something. Just because I don't really feel like blowing this up. Let's try 8888. Since 8 seems to be such an important number. Okay, look at.
Some kind of
Oh, wrong one. We want.
Not Clark's birthday. Good to know he wasn't quite so conceited.
Okay, so there's that. So let me try
I will stay.
giving him that wrench. Or I do have the letter. Let's talk to her for a second.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
Any ideas as to how to get that fellow over there away from his post?
Maintain eye contact?
Afraid this situation's a bit more complicated than that. Still good advice, though. I'll leave you to your conversation.
Okay, so hold on. Let me give him.
Please don't waste my time with your refuse.
Okay, how about a letter?
I found this letter in Dr. Clark's mailbox. Interested?
If I were, I'd have taken it myself.
God, you're a pain in my dick. Okay, they said they needed like a... inflammatory thing, but I don't know what else he could use. Wait, that has alcohol, so that would work. And then like something for a plunger. I don't know.
They seem enthralled by Paul's ramblings. They're really fond of this butterfly motif, aren't they?
I kind of like it.
He does go on, doesn't he?
Okay, so I need something like a plunger. I guess a wrench could work.
Seems like they're pretty self-sufficient here.
I can't get in there. There's nothing here I can grab.
Quite the contraption.
Wait, can I?
This isn't much use with a wheel.
The handle looks good. Wait a minute. Can I use that? That?
I'll have this handle off in a jiff.
There we go. Cool, that could be the plunger. Oh, what's this? Oh, shit. All kinds of stuff. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so that would probably work as a plunger. Oh, my eyeball. Here you go.
Here, can you use this as an accelerant?
Definitely. Alcohol this potent will be very effective.
Okay, there's that. Here's some fertilizer.
Here's some fertilizer for you.
Ah, excellent. Thank you.
Will this work as a plunger?
Why, yes, I think so. Thank you.
Okay, so there's that.
Perfecto. This is everything I need. Are you ready?
Not just yet. I think I'd like to look around some more.
Very well. Let me know when you are ready.
I don't really have a, let's see, what do you say? Let's try 1788, just for the hell of it.
Not Clark's birth year. Guess that would have been too obvious.
What if... Let's try one more, because I have an idea. Oh. 8. Stop.
It's a dial.
I know that. Turn. Oh, 808. Let's try that.
Not Clark's birthday. Good to know he wasn't quite so conceited.
Oh, 808 wouldn't work. Okay. Would have worked. And 88888 wouldn't work either. I guess we'll just tell him to go for it.
Hey, Phil?
What up?
All right.
Meet me outside in a quarter of an hour. And prepare for a show that will make Jake envious. All right, everything is prepared. Take one last look. When you are ready, just say the word.
I mean, there's nothing really in there.
I hate to do this. I wish there had been another way.
No turning back now. 3, 2, 1. Carajo! That was beautiful! Now, I suggest you get back to the commune and find whatever it is you were looking for. I will meet you and the others by the railroad tracks when you are done.
I mean, you might as well look now since the place is blown.
There's gotta be something in here that will tell me what happened to Dr. Clark's money. Prometheus bringing fire. The things some people will keep for posterity, I'll never understand. It somewhat resembles a telegraph, but what is this box for? Some old bearded guy. The plaque says Galileo Galilei. Looks like a smaller version of the power generator in the lab. Must be nice to actually be able to understand this stuff.
Let's search some shit.
Bottles of different colors. Nothing helpful. Just another one of Clark's weird toys. Full of all kinds of liquids. I'd rather not know what they are. Let's see. Books on science, engineering, astronomy. I'm sure this is all fascinating, but it's not going to help me any. Nothing's hidden behind it. Doesn't seem to be working. The New Britannia Gazette. The lead article is about the upcoming Lamplight City Expo. Interesting how the follow-up is nowhere to be found. A bunch of scribbles documenting the effects of ethericity on plants. Some notes documenting the effects of ethericity on animals. They're signed by a Juliet Montgomery. Nothing but empty vials and flasks. Lots more books, mostly about technical subjects. Nothing that would help me locate Clark's stash, though. No effect that I can see. Looks like a smaller... That didn't do much. It somewhat resembles a telegraph, but what is this box for? It somewhat resembles...
There's nothing to see. Is there this one I can go into?
Even more books in here. Some novels, poetry books, and what's this? Looks like a diary. Nice to know. The final entry is bookmarked with a letter. Definitely worth a read. But first...
Let's see, March 13th. I'm gonna read this real fast if you want to read. I'm not gonna read it out loud. You can pause to read. Let's see if anything... Poor Frank. That's Frankenstein. June 8th.
February 9th, 1850.
That's only 9 months ago.
Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty laboratory in the middle of nowhere. Come to El Presidio. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. One of the aforementioned perks.
Interesting. Jake will want to see this.
Let's look here.
Lots of
Okay, let's see. Can I go on that one? No. Smell. What's that?
Damn! That's got a kick to it.
Winifred.
I heard a big boom, and then they all went running toward the lab.
That's where Phil went. Do you think...
Hey, there's Holly.
Do you have any idea what all this ruckus is about? Or where Phil's gone?
Both, and I'll gladly tell you, but we need to get out of here right now.
Right behind you, my dear.
Hey, Phil.
I'm glad to see you all made it out of there in one piece.
Likewise.
Would you two care to explain what that was all about?
That doesn't matter now. What's important is I was able to search the shrine.
But that explosion was your doing.
You should have seen it. Some of my finest work. If you ask me, we did the world a favor by raising that chamber of horrors.
I assume you didn't come up empty-handed.
I found Clark's journal. Have a look at this letter that was inside.
An invitation to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio?
Yep. Check the date.
9 months ago. Huh.
That's right about the time he disappeared, isn't it?
It is indeed. I'd say it's obvious that the good doctor accepted the invitation.
And took his money with him?
Well, it wasn't in Chrysalis or his lab. And listen to this. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. Don't get much clearer than that.
So we're following him to El Presidio? That's a long way from here. We sure this isn't going to be a dead end?
You saw for yourself right there in black and white. Clark went to El Presidio, and so we go where the trail leads us. First and foremost, we need some transportation.
You haven't got any? Don't you tour around?
Sure, but our show wagon ain't gonna fit all of us.
Plus, we'll need it to store all the show's props and equipment while we're gone. There's that lady in town with the wagon now. Heard her talking at the saloon once. Said she hires it out to travelers.
Sounds promising. Who is she?
Her name's Lola Johnson. I think she stays in the old blacksmith shop.
Oh, well, I hope she has a forgiving nature.
Why's that?
She caught me breaking into her place.
What?
It's a long story.
We should head back to Rosewater, no?
Yeah, let's get a move on.
Okay.
Right. Harley, I'm putting you in charge of hiring us some transportation. Danny and I are going back to the theater to settle some business. Come get us once you've arranged a ride.
And just how am I meant to arrange it, financially speaking?
Well, now that may get a mite tricky. Our contract was to pay out at the end of the show's run, but seeing as we'll be breaking that contract, I'm sad to say we'll be forfeiting those proceeds. Anybody else got funds to contribute to the kitty?
Not unless this Johnson woman accepts pesos. And I've few enough of those at that.
I'm afraid I haven't got anything either.
Harley, my dear, I'm afraid we must then prevail upon you to furnish the petty cash needed to get our expedition aloft. Seeing as you're the only other one of our posse who's currently in the position of being gainfully employed. And it goes without saying, but you'll be fully reimbursed once we find what we're looking for. On top of your share. With interest.
I certainly hope so.
Wonderful. Well then, we'll be seeing you later.
What about you two?
I think I'll pay Dr. Sedgwick a visit. It's been ages.
Okay.
And I owe him proper thanks for his care.
See you in a bit, Harley.
Okay. Let's see here. And the lockpicks, that's not there now. Shit.
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
Let's go in here. Maybe I can write a story real quick and get that money.
Good to see you again.
All right, let's get this thing knocked out. But first...
Oh, because she writes longhand.
Okay, time to bring home the bacon. The big question, how to open?
Oh, jeez.
From the moment he rode on stage astride a huge, steam-spewing mechanical horse, it could not be denied that Jake Ackerman was more than your typical copperpenny showman. Following that outstanding overture, Gentleman
God I
Jake's
don't have to-
Wild West Spectacular proceeded in a similarly gobsmacking vein. Now, the middle section needs to recapture the reader's interest. Let's see.
I'll write about his attitude.
Gentleman Jake carries himself with the particular air of a man who strides confidently across the world, secure in the knowledge that he is well equipped to deal with whatever may come his way. His look is as if to warn you off from tangling with him. yet also slyly winks at his secret hope that you might try something. For perhaps a bit of sport would be just the thing to enliven a drearily predictable day. And now for an ending.
Let's do this.
Mr. Ackerman is a great man, and by his visit to our industrious frontier town, proves that Rosewater is the sort of cosmopolitan crossroads where one might yet meet and mingle with some of the true luminaries of our age. All right, that should do it. Now, what should I title it?
Oh, God.
A frontier hero comes to town. And done.
So what do I give it to?
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Did you ever happen to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
I have Joni's account of his demonstrations at the theater, but I never saw them myself. Never met the man, neither. He wasn't seen much in town.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the Luminarians, would you?
I have no idea what that word even means.
Never mind then. I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Let's go talk to Joni up here then. Joni!
Good to see you again, Harley. Hope you're spinning me some aurum.
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond.
Do I have it here? Oh, here we go.
Here you are, Joni. One profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
Let's have a look. You know, writing the headline is normally the editor's job.
My bad.
Well, let's see. Goodness, this account of the show is very descriptive. You've made me feel like I was there in the front row. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through.
Good.
Oof, laying your tone a bit thick at the end there, aren't you? Still, I asked you to make the town look good, and you delivered. I appreciate a writer who can take editorial direction. We'll work on the subtlety later. Not bad, Harley. Not bad at all. A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print. Here's your fee, as agreed.
Journalism's different. You don't go based on like word count, you based on like size.
Now I know what I'm working with. I'll have a think about your next assignment.
Okay.
About that.
Hmm?
I'm leaving for El Presidio with Gentleman Jake. We're after Bennett Clark's missing fortune. Whatever we find, I've got a feeling it'll make a hell of a story.
You're right about that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days, and folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under constant attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
What? Why?
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat.
Because they're native and don't have guns.
In one recent raid, all their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I agree.
I'm glad you think so, because their leader wants their story told. She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Powerful stuff. I'll pay a visit as soon as I can and see for myself. Plenty of townsfolk could stand to learn about our neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
Okay. Well, cool. That was easy enough.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
I'm glad they're willing to go out there and actually talk to them and not just, follow blindly. Okay. So now I'm gonna have to talk to... Well, what's your face over here? Knock.
Here we go.
Lord have mercy. You robbed me, then have the nerve to come back here? In all my born days, I don't think I've met anybody quite so foolish.
I get it. You're upset. I can explain.
Not interested.
Wait, it was that conniving little snake, Jem. He said the watch was his, said you'd stolen it. He got one over on me. I apologize, truly.
Bully for you. If you really are sorry, get it back.
I can do that. I was about to say, we probably need to get that watch back before we talk to her anyway. I should have done that to look. Hey, you little shit.
You just keep turning up like a bad copper, don't you?
Nice to see you, too.
I'm nearly afraid to ask, what in the Sam Hill are you doing now?
I'm selling maps of the town.
To whom, exactly? Near as I can tell, I'm the only new arrival. The locals in the market for maps of a town you can circumnavigate in 10 minutes.
You're a real stick in the mud, you know that?
You have something that doesn't belong to you.
Could you be more specific?
Lola Johnson's watch. I want it back.
No can do. You swiped that watch for me fair and square.
You're on thin ice, kid. Hand over the watch or I might do something I'll regret.
No, you won't. We're in the middle of the town thoroughfare. You lay a hand on me, and everybody and his dog will see it.
I think you'll find it in your best interest to give me that watch back.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Because you're better than this, Jem.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I get it. You think this whole Artful Dodger act is fun, but if you keep it up, it's only a matter of time until your little game turns into the real thing. Take it from me. This isn't a road you want to go down.
How do you know?
Kid, don't fool yourself. You think you own this town. That's because the most exciting thing happens around here is when some yahoo gets tossed out a window. I grew up in Lamplight City. The Chum, to be exact. Ever heard of it?
Oh,
That little stunt you and your brother pulled before? Know how that would have played out there?
How?
Oh, you did.
He'd have had his throat slit as soon as he was caught, and you'd have 2 bullets in your back for running away. Now, is that really the kind of life you want?
Fine, you win. Here's the damn watch.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate it. Now go home and read some books. You'll thank me for it later.
Join your local library. Okay, convinced. Okay, cool. There's really nothing in here to go on. Let's see what happens when I press this. Nothing. Okay. So we'll go back out here. I'll give Lola her watch back. Excuse me.
You got my watch?
I sure do.
Here it is. No hard feelings?
Well, now, why'd you come back here anyway?
Name's Harley Leger. My companions and I are headed to El Presidio, and we heard you've got a wagon for hire.
I do? How many are you?
5, including myself.
Listen close, because I'm only gonna say this once. You pull anything funny again, and you get left on the side of the road.
Fair enough.
Understood?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
My fee is 40 crowns up front.
Here's your fee.
I'm good I did have it.
Good. Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
Okay. Easy enough.
There you are. This your group then?
This is us.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my
Her
wagon,
voice sounds familiar.
you follow my rules. Rule 1, I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2, we stop and go as I say.
Yes, ma'am.
I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule, everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood. This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker, so stick with me and you'll be fine. If you've got any questions, now's the time to ask.
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on. Time's wasted.
I mean, she's pretty clear.
We are off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark. We have but a few days' travel before us, through the desert and mountains to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country. And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
Okay.
Feels good to be underway at last.
Yes, though I must admit I tend to become restless on long trips.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation. Plenty of ways to pass the time.
Okay. Let me see one thing here. So I've been playing about an hour, which is about the time of this, and it seems like a good place to stop. So we're gonna leave this episode off here, and then I'll continue on this in the next one. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to jump down on that like button if you did like it. Leave a comment down below with any other game suggestion. Also make sure you're leaving recommendations for queer-owned small businesses. Check out the Queer Liberation Library, and also join your local library if you have the chance to do so. So great thing. You can also make donations to the Queer Liberation Library, as well as they have a store where you can purchase different shirts and tote bags, all kinds of neat stuff. So definitely check that out as well. It's a great way to support them as well. Share the channel with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already to see other videos that I've done. I will see you all in the next one.